Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'll be answering questions from the video that I watched on the YouTube channel Pinoy Engineers Online, and please subscribe to that channel also. Now welcome to EE Enhancement Course 2. So to start with question number 1, we have solve for the value of x. Log 2x cubed plus log 6 over x equals 6.728. Now log 2x cubed plus log 6 over x equals 6.278. In answering logarithmic problems, we should never forget the logarithmic properties. Here, for log 2x cubed, we can rewrite that by bringing down the exponent. That would become 3 log 2x. But since later on we will do some modifications, we will not do that. Let's just go to the second term, log 6 over x, or log 6 minus log x, numerator minus denominator. When solving logarithmic terms in a fraction. Now, log 2x cubed minus log x, we transpose the log 6 to the right side. That would become 6.278 minus log 6, or 5.49984. Now we have since log 2x cubed minus log x, just like the one that we modified in the second term, it's minus. We rewrite that by making it into fractional way, so that we can cancel the value of x. I mean the x that we have there, the log 2x cubed over x. We cancel x from the numerator and denominator. That would become log 2x squared. Now, log 2x squared is equals to 5.49984. We solve that by using our calculator by doing anti-log or shift log. We input to the exponent 5.49984, which is equals to 316,111.2849, then divide it by 2, and that's 158,055.6425. So x squared is equals to 158,055.6425. Square root of that is positive negative 397.56. So that's the value of our x. For question number 2, what is the number of permutations of the letters in the word banana? So in solving permutations, we have the formula n is equals to n factorial over p factorial times q factorial. Or you can use your calculator. You can see there in your calculator, this one, it's shift x, or the formula n factorial over p factorial times q factorial, where n is the number of letters and the p and q are the numbers being repeated, the letters being repeated. So that's 6 factorial times 3 factorial, since we have 3 a's in the word banana and 2 n's in the word banana. So 6 factorial over 3 factorial times 2 factorial, which is equals to 60. So we have 60 ways. For question number 3, determine the probability of drawing either a king or a diamond in a single draw from a pack of 52 playing cards. Now, take note that in a 52 playing cards, there are 4 king cards and 13 diamond cards. We know that in the 13 cards, one of it is a king. Now, for the probability of drawing a king, we have P sub k, and P sub d, the probability of drawing a diamond, and P sub k and d, the chance of drawing a king and a diamond at the same time. So, for the probability of drawing a king, we have 4 over 52, and drawing a diamond, we have 13 over 52, and the chance of drawing either a king or a diamond, that's 1 over 52. Solve that, we have 16 over 52, or simplify, 4 over 13. Now for the next question, a card is drawn from a 52 playing cards. Find the probability of drawing a king or a red card. Now, in that 52 cards, we have 4 king cards again. And in that 52 cards, 26 of those are 26 red cards. And in that 26 red cards, 2 of those is a king and red cards at the same time. So the probability of drawing a king, P sub k, P sub r is the probability of drawing a red card, and P sub k, probability of drawing a king at the same time a red card. Now we have, for the chance of drawing a king, 4 over 52, and for the chance of drawing a red card, that should be 26 over 52. That's an error there, a typo, minus 2 over 52. That's the chance of drawing either a diamond or a heart. Now we solve that. 4 over 52 plus 26 over 52 minus 2 over 52, and that's equals to 0.5385. So that's the same answer there. Remember guys, that's 26 over 52, it's not 23, it's just an error, but the answer is still correct. Now for question number 5, there are 4 balls of different colors. Now 2 of those are taken and arranged anyway at a time. So how many such combinations are possible? Now for answering combinations, we have the formula PCQ, or in our calculator we see it as NCR. That's above the and that's above the division sign or divide sign here. Or we can use the formula P sub Q over quantity of P minus Q factorial times Q factorial. Now, for the formula NCR or PCQ, for shift NCR to its 6 ways. Now, when using or solving in a factorial form, we input 4 factorial times quantity of 4 minus 2 factorial times 2 factorial. It's still 6, so the same result, different solution. So the answer is 6 ways. Now for question number 6, what is the radius of the circle circumscribing an isosceles right triangle having an area of 162 square meter? Now to understand the question better, we have here an illustration. So the triangle, the isosceles right triangle, is inside the circle. Since the isosceles right triangle is inscribed in the circle, therefore its hypotenuse must be equal to the diameter of the circle. And take note guys, in an isosceles right triangle, 2 sides are equal and the other side is the hypotenuse. Since we have the given area of the triangle, which is 162, now we use the formula area of the triangle is equals to 1/2 base times height. Since it's an isosceles right triangle again, 2 sides of those are equal, the base and the height. So we represent that as x. Now 162 is equals to 1/2 x squared. We cross multiply 2 to 162, that's 324 equals x squared. Square root of it, that would become x is equals to positive negative 18 centimeters. So we don't use negative. Now we already have the value of the side of the triangle. To find the hypotenuse, we use the Pythagorean theorem. C squared is equals to A squared plus B squared, or here we use D squared is equals to X squared plus X squared, or D is equals to square root of X squared plus X squared. Then we have the value of X, which is 18. Input that to the formula. D is equals to square root of 18 squared plus 18 squared, or D is equals to 18 square root of 2. Since we're looking for the radius, and D, the diameter, is equals to just 2 radius, 2 radii. So we have D is equals to 2r. Our D is 18 square root of 2 equals 2r. Now, 18 square root of 2 divided by 2, that's 9 square root of 2, or 12.728 centimeters. Now, that's the radius. So, for question number 7, we have if secant squared A is 5 over 2, the quantity 1 minus sine squared A is equivalent to what? Now, in answering trigonometric questions, there are some identities we should take note. So, we have sine squared A plus cos squared A is equals to 1. Notice guys, that's just a Pythagorean theorem. We just use the trigonometric function. So we transpose terms, that's 1 transpose sine squared A, that would be 1 minus sine squared A, then equals to cos squared A. Now we're looking for the value of the 1 minus sine squared A. So 1 minus sine squared A is equals to cos squared A. And that cos squared A is just equals to 1 over 6 squared A. That's an identity. Take note of that. So 1 minus sine squared A is equals to 1 over 6 squared A. And the value of 6 squared is already given from the question, which is 5 over 2. So that's 1 over 5 over 2. And 1 over 5 over 2 is just 0.04. So the value of 1 minus sine squared A, if sec squared A is 52, its value is 0.4. Now for question number 8, given the equation 3x squared plus bx plus 12 equals 0, what is the value of b so that the roots of the equation are equal? Now, to know its value, given that the roots are equal, we use the discriminant formula, which is b squared minus 4ac. If it's equals to 0, then the roots are equal. Now for 3x squared plus bx plus 12 equals 0, our a there is 3, and our value of b is we're going to find the value of b, and the value of c is 12. Now we input that to the formula. B squared minus 4 times a, which is 3, times c, which is 12. So b squared minus 4 times 3 equals 0. Now b squared minus 144 equals 0. Transpose 144. Then square root, that's our b is equals to positive negative 12. Now for question number 9, determine k so that the equation 4x squared plus kx plus 1 equals 0 will have just one real solution. So that's the same question with number 8. Now b squared minus 4ac equals 0. When it's equals to 0, then there will only be one real solution. Now we have the formula again, b squared minus 4ac, wherein our a is 4, our c is 1. We substitute. So b squared minus 4 times 1, that's b squared minus 16 transpose 16. Then our b will be 4. Now for question number 10, what is the smallest number which is greater than 2020 and is divisible by 9 and 25. So first things first, we get the prime factors of 9 and 25, which is 3 times 3 for 9 and 25, which is 5 times 5. Now we're going to look for a number that has a factor of 9 and 35. So that would be 3 times 3 times 5 times 5. That's equals to 225. Now next, we divide 2020 by 225. We should have 8.977. And we're going to use the values 8 and 9 and multiply it to 225 and see which of the two fits what's being asked. Now 8 times 225, that's 1800, and which is not greater than 2020. So it's not the answer. Now let's try again. 9 times 225, which is equals to 2025 and is greater than 2020. So it should be the answer. Now that would be all. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, and please subscribe, like, comment, and share to my channel, and at the same time to Pinoy Engineers Online. Thank you all, and God bless.